Hi.
Hello, everybody. Gang.
Everybody
We haven't been saying that so
gang.
much this season. I feel like we have to do a
Bring
better
it back.
job of
Yes.
acknowledging our people.
We love the Everybody Gang.
Love. We are season 4, episode 6.
So we have completed our first hurrah here at Dear Media.
Yes, we have.
It's actually been pretty smooth.
It's been really nice. We were
I
definitely
don't have
adjusting.
7-day jobs. I love that for me. We love our producer, Josh. Shout out to Josh. Shout out. We love you. It's been great. I think it's a good journey.
Yeah.
So the other day I called you and manifested something.
Did you tell me?
Yes.
What?
When I called and FaceTime you and LeBron.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So in 2026, the Golden Globes entered a podcast category.
Yeah.
And it's go time, everybody's gang. So this is light. We just starting light, okay? We're gliding in.
Starting light with a Golden Globe?
No.
Crazy.
No, we're starting light with this season.
Okay.
Next season, season 5, we're smoking them. So get ready.
Oof.
I need y'all to tune in. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Didn't there used to be a song like that?
Yeah, DMX.
Tell me what you want from a nigga.
That ain't what he said.
What did he say?
That ain't what he said.
What did he say?
He said what these bitches want from me.
I love
That's
that
what he said. But
what y'all want from us? Tell us what y'all trying to hear, what y'all trying to do.
Y'all trying to see.
We're ready. We're going to be bringing in some surprise guests, having some real conversations.
Mm-hmm.
We're really trying to smoke them up.
Yeah.
So we're manifesting the good things in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And so happy to be here with Dear Media.
Thanks, Dear Media.
Thanks. So let's take a caller and see what the people want to talk about.
Hello, what's your name? Where you from? And what's your crazy?
Hi, beautiful lady.
Hi.
How you doing?
So, I hope this isn't awkward or weird, but I talked to you guys a couple of weeks ago.
It's not awkward at all. We love a callback.
We love a callback. So give us an update.
Okay, so I just want to tell y'all that I've been putting my content out there like you guys told me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to tell you thank you. Because, like I was telling y'all, and I'm not trying to throw my friends under the bus because I have some really good friends, but I'm just like, I just want to come back and tell you both thank you so much just for pushing me, because who was scared was me. Like, I was shaking in my boots.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it out there, and I've actually been getting like some good feedback, some good sales. And I just came back to say thank you.
Oh my God, we love that.
No problem at all.
Taking a risk on yourself. Wait a minute. So you did not tell us what's your name and where are you from?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Lala again, and I'm calling from Vegas.
Vegas, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But you had product.
Mm-hmm. She said she got some good sales.
And you didn't.
You did. And I sent you all the DMs.
Oh, we gonna handle that immediately.
Busy, so I was like, they'll get around to it.
Okay, we gonna get to it. Karina, tell Dara. That's right.
Okay,
let them know. I'm shouting out names now. Lala from Vegas is trying to send us some products, so we getting on it.
Yeah.
So we will slide into the DMs.
On Instagram don't match my real name.
Oh, so what's your name on Instagram?
Princess Trinice.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So we gonna look at it and look it up, and we will DM you back.
Okay, thank you both so much.
Thank you. Alrighty, bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Trust yourself.
Step out of that fear. Only good things on the other side, I promise.
Ooh, fear is not okay.
It's not okay. It's not okay.
I don't like it.
It don't ever want you to be great.
What are you most fearful of?
What am I most fearful of? I would say I am most fearful of not doing things that I know I could have done that would have ultimately been a part of my happiness. Like just being so scared to do anything that I just didn't do anything. I think I'm living outside of my most fearful moment right now.
Yes, you're living outside of your most fearful moment. Mine's is fearful of not loving to its fullest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I go and then I'm like scared and get scared.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I could just be like our close friend Taco
And
that
just
say
love falling in
he
love.
loves falling in love. I told Taco he need to come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if I could do that, I would probably be more free.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm fearful of people changing their mind. I hate that idea. Even saying it out loud is like,
Yeah. I understand. It's unfortunate that it can happen like that, but you have to take the risk if you want to find the love. That's the only way it works.
I'm working on it.
Let's take a voicemail.
Hi, it's Jarita. I'm calling from Chicago. I'm calling my crazy is I believe that my kid's father, that I have 5 kids with, for one, I believe he's married, secretly married. That's one thing. And I have 5 kids. Our oldest is 23. Our youngest is 1, and I believe he's secretly married. I also believe he's some type of, I don't know, big time drug dealer, low key. I believe all these years he's had a secret life. So yeah, that's my crazy. Yeah. Thank you all for listening. You all have a great day. Bye.
What is you giggling about?
First of all, 5 kids and you think somebody's secretly married is crazy.
I wonder when she first realized that.
Kid number 2.
Can't get right.
She knew my kid number 2.
Okay.
So if he a big time drug dealer, she must live a certain life.
Okay.
But how are you with somebody and have 5 kids?
Don't really know all of them. Like all about them.
No, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Out of everything, the marriage, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think people be having wives in Africa and all kinds of shenanigans.
Very specific.
But separate lives. Be shipping money back home. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But not knowing like where the person works, where they going to sleep, people be okay with the wildest scenarios. Like you okay if your husband came home 3 days a week?
Huh? Oh, you mean because he had to make these babies? Yeah. No.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it is.
Don't you be like, where are you sleeping at? Where are you at? Where are you going?
No, if it's my husband and you're not coming home every night, it's a fucking problem. Like, what are you talking about?
But I think
unless you're working.
But first of all, I think a lot of people live like that.
A legitimate job.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people live like that.
Mm-hmm.
They be okay with their husbands coming home some days.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I'm gonna come home some days too.
Why you gotta be petty?
That is crazy.
That is crazy. We should take a poll because I want to know.
Well, like how many people know exactly what the life that their significant other lives?
Yes, it's very interesting what people are okay with living with because they don't want to be alone. Or putting up with because they don't want to be in a certain situation.
You think that's always the scenario?
Or they're just okay with it. Like somebody said to me the other day, like, oh, I'm okay with my partner cheating. I just don't need to find out about it ever. And I was like, okay, and if you do? And they was like, if I do, then that is a problem. So then you're not okay with it.
Yeah.
So are you okay with it or are you not?
Yeah.
I just think cheating is dependent on a 50-50 situation. I don't care how much money you got.
Yeah.
It just take one dumb idiot to be like, let me just whatever. So I just think it's a very weird time of what people like. Back in the day, I felt like marriage was like the epitome that people people like strived for. Now it's like a joke. A waste of time. I need polygamy. I need multiple women. I need this. I need that. Or maybe it's where we live.
No, I think that's the consensus across the board.
So you think that's happening in Tennessee?
Yes. Yes. I don't think every marriage is like that. I will not speak on every single marriage. That is not the case. But I do think that there's a lot of different like alternative lifestyles now that I feel like people have been a lot more vocal about. And in marriage and relationship, like people throw out word like polygamy. I don't even know if I knew what that was outside of like what tribes in Africa did or what, certain religions did, just out of, just that's what they do. Like people be throwing that around now. Like they grew up seeing it, hearing it their whole lives. Like I just think it's a different time.
And we have TV shows about it.
Yeah, we do.
The big fat freak show out here. Let's take a voicemail. Oh, freaky deaky people. That's why people can't be living right. Fucking freaky deaky.
Big fat freak show.
It is. It's a big fat fucking freak show.
That is so funny.
People are tripping. Get your lives together, y'all.
Listen.
Somebody the other day also was like, yeah, he pops a perp. I ain't know what that was.
A perp?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what that is?
I don't know what a perp is. I know what something else is, but a perp.
Oh, a prep.
What? A perp?
He pops.
I mean, a perk or a prep?
A prep.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him.
That is crazy.
Protect yourself.
Oh my God. This
is what I'm saying. Like the way that the world moves right now is very different. It's a big fat freak show.
Bunch of freaky deaky motherfuckers. Why, y'all? Why?
Pop a perp. I'm sweating.
Listen.
I mean a prep. Child, we're not gonna be talking about prep.
Okay. Let's take a caller.
Hello, what's your name? Where you from? And what's your crazy?
I am Kaylee, and I'm from Toronto.
Hey, Kaylee, what's your crazy?
I don't really have one. I just wanted advice.
All right, let's go. Tell us.
What's your advice for basketball, like to get better and go at a higher level, play at a higher level?
Oh, girl. First of all, this one over here has never been an athlete in her entire life. So there's that.
Savannah's talking about me.
So if I were to give you any type of advice on that being a baby athlete, I would say that you just have to put the work in to the sport. You said basketball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that in order to be great and in order to, I don't know if you want to go to college or whatever, but just whatever your end goal is, you have to put in a lot of work and take it really seriously to be able to get better. I think that the training comes along with that. And I think having a positive mindset about it all. Don't get too down on yourself when things aren't going your way. And just keep pushing through. Yeah, that would be my advice.
I have a question for you. This is April. Not for you, Kaylee, but for Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
What is your feeling about when your child is playing basketball and they can't get along with the coach?
I think personality dynamics are real. I think when it don't matter if it's a child and adult relationship, I think that in order for you to be coached by someone, you have to be able to be receptive to what they say. So there's a certain level of respect that has to be had there. But I don't think that you should dwell on it because there's not always an opportunity where you're able to choose who's coaching you.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to work through that regardless of what the situation is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not always going to like the people who are coaching you or who are put around you to coach you. So I think that you have to be able to understand that in your own journey and be able to, maneuver the situation how it could best benefit you.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful for you, Kaylee.
Thanks, Kaylee.
Thank you.
Bye.
We love Toronto.
Bye.
Listen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I ever had a coach that I did. Oh, that's a lie. I had a little struggles with my cheerleading coach when I first got into high school. They couldn't stand us and we couldn't stand them.
And I think my boys have both struggled with coaching staff in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really hard because I think that there's a thin line between you deciding like can this kid play here? And especially if it's a coach at school, it's not like the coach is changing.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I think you have to understand what it is. Like, this is where maybe those adult conversations come in, especially too if it's at like a collegiate level. Like, listen, we may not see eye to eye. I'm here. I want to do the best that I can. You ain't going nowhere. So let's figure out how we can.
I do think a lot of coaches are petty.
I would hope that coaches are not petty against players.
They have favorites.
I agree with that. But I do think that I just would hope that coaches do not play a petty game when it comes to people's, like, ultimately they're working for them. Like, so I would hope that they not playing petty games. I feel like a lot of athletes feel that there is a lot of like coaching, politic dynamics that I don't necessarily think kids in high school, kids in middle school should be dealing with that. I think that there are totally politics. I think that when we are talking about more private institutions, I feel like there's a lot of entitlement that comes along with that too. Mm-hmm. Like, you think that your child is the best thing since pants with pockets and they should be getting a certain amount of playing time or should be playing this certain position or whatever that is. And that can cause rifts between like how coaches react to the parents or maybe even potentially react to the kids. But I think you have to be able to navigate it. I think that I've always told my kids, like, listen, you just got to play your part. Like, there's nothing you could do to change somebody else's mind if that's what they think. Mm-hmm. So you just kind of got to roll with it and just do your job to the best of your ability and try to prove people wrong, and then you get your spot. Should we take a voicemail?
Yes.
Hey, this is Asia. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas. And first off, I love y'all. Y'all cool as hell, for real. And so I just came on here to ask, like, why do people play with people? Like, you could be minding your business, living your life, and somebody will come and try to ruin that by wanting to get to know you, applying pressure, and then one day just being weird and going cold.
I don't understand it either. And I just think we live in a world where people just cannot be honest. Like, whatever their situation is, whatever their setup is, like, people enjoy playing some sort of games. And I hate games. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just bad at games. Mm-hmm. Like, I just say how I feel. Mm-hmm. Just honest. Like, okay, no problem. And I just think people like to play games.
I think game playing is more like, it's done more now because nobody wants anything real. Like, beyond telling the truth, to people, be honest with people. Nobody's really looking for nothing real either. So the excitement, I guess, is in the games. When you're doing that, you're not taking anybody else into account. So that's where people be having people fucked up at.
Yeah, and I just think men also enjoy a lot of like nitpicky crumb conversations. Mm-hmm. Like, somebody was texting me and it was like spotty. Mm-hmm. And I felt like saying, don't text me no more.
But why didn't you?
Because then I was like, well, I'm not giving things a chance. But I'm not looking for that. Like, occasional, or somebody being really hard pressure 3 weeks straight. Mm-hmm. And then now it's like, okay, every other day. Right. And I think a lot of times for some people is that you're not showing up how they want you to show up. Mm-hmm. Meaning, like, not giving in, not wanting to do all the things that they want to do. So then it gets like
stale. It's not fun no more.
And it also becomes like a control thing. Like, oh, if you're not finna give me what I want, I'm not gonna contact you like that.
Mm-hmm. Do people really think that would affect somebody?
Well, I think it does affect people. Because I think if you consistently call somebody for 3 weeks straight, and we should do the test, 3 weeks straight, and for 1 week you don't call them at all, by the fourth day of that 1 week, they're like, I wonder what happened to such and such. You don't think so?
Yeah, I can understand that.
So I call you, and I go missing for a fucking week. You not looking for me?
I'm looking for you, but that's a very different thing.
But I feel like a lot of people have relationship void in their life. So talking to somebody every day.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I used to date somebody and they used to text every morning, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you get accustomed to, like, especially if you're a creature of habit,
Mm-hmm.
you get accustomed to that habit.
Yeah.
Like, that I feel like by the 4th week, you like, oh, I wonder what happened.
Yeah. I get
Or
it.
that person calls you and then you call them right back and then they're not available, which for 3 weeks they was
They were
available.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
automatically goes to, oh, they must have something else. They must have something going on. They must be mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's never like, so that to me is too erratic. Then
Yeah.
don't talk to the person every day if you can't keep up.
Agreed. I think a lot of it has to do with intention too, though. Like, what is the intention behind this consistent talking? Is it to
Fucking. What do you think the intention is?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it could, I feel like it could be layered. Like, it could be the intention to fuck it. It could be the intention to actually really liking this person and seeing what happens further down the line. The intention could be that I just thought you was cool and cute and I wanted to talk to you, and then we talked for 3 weeks and I'm cool.
But then why don't you just say that? Why don't you say I'm cool? It doesn't, like,
Don't
I
just
realize
get missing.
I realize that we're not aligned. Like,
I get that.
That's fine. That's all you got to say. You don't owe nobody no more explanation than that.
I get that.
The problem is people be trying to woo people to do what they want to do, get what they want, and then they be dismissive of people like, okay.
Yeah.
That's bad karma. Let's take a voicemail.
Hi. So I don't know if I should give a fake name or not, but I already said that. So I guess I'm going to give a fake name. So my name's Janae. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Well, technically I'm from Virginia, but that's not the point. Okay, so here's my crazy, right? I matched with this guy on Hinge mid-March. And when we matched, we started talking every day. We were calling all the time once I gave him permission to start calling me. And then we were supposed to, he lives in Atlanta, and again, I live in Florida. So it's obviously long distance. And first off, we was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to come down and visit you. And then I'm like, no, you're a strange man. I'm not going to let you stay the night in my apartment the first time we meet. And he's like, okay, well, you can come up here. I'm like, no, again, you're a strange person. I'm not letting you put me on a flight for the first time we ever meet.
Mm-hmm.
So then we agreed to meet halfway. But then when we agreed to meet halfway, then he had to finish up his homework because he's working on his associates. And then when we tried to reschedule for the next week, he had his schedule changed for his job. He works like crazy hours because he works for the government. And I've seen the uniform, so I know that it's real. I've seen the screenshots of his schedule, so I know it's real. Then let's see what happened the week after that. The week after that, he had a flag football practice that he just forgot that he had, which is honestly crazy. I know. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it too. Then the week after that, he couldn't give me a set plan for what he wanted to do because he had plans with his mom. Shout out to moms, but yeah. Then the week after that, his schedule changed, and he told me about 20 minutes after his schedule changed. So I was basically like one of the first people to know that his schedule was different. So then 2 weeks ago it was, I'm going to do the best I can to see you next week. And then that week arrived, and then it was, okay, I'm going to do the best I can to see you next week. I'm going to give you a set plan. And then when next week became this week, he said, no, we agreed for next week. No, we didn't agree for next week when you keep talking in like future tense. So now we have a tentative movie date planned for tomorrow. Unless it cancels on me again. But I'm really working on my anxious attachment styles. And I feel like if he cancels me again tomorrow, I'm just going to block him.
That's too inconsistent for me.
It's very
Erratic.
And I feel like in those types of situations, you make time for what you want. I mean, in any situation, you make time for what you want to make time for.
Yes.
And I think that if, he really wanted to make the time to see her, he would have.
Yes. And I just feel like going back to that is like you come in hot. Again, I feel like people utilize, a lot of people don't have real friends. So they utilize like the conversation, the energy, the like what I'm giving, what am I getting to fulfill like an empty thing.
Mm.
Like when I don't have a partner, 8 o'clock, I'll be like, hey girl.
I'll be like, hey, girl.
Like, so I feel like that is like, in these situations, people are like filling gaps on how they really want to feel and like what they want to get, and they get it from a few different individuals. It's not one person.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's the thing with having accessibility to everything, to date and to everything. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go on Hinge, I'm gonna meet 3 girls, we're gonna hang out, I'm gonna go to the bar, all right, I'm gonna hang with this girl I've been sleeping with for 5 years, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And people be wondering why they feel empty. Because it's like you spreading yourself so thin, getting nothing back. And then you really, honestly, I feel like a lot of females, though, be really like tied into people and be dating one person, similar to what you be telling me, like dealing with one person. So then all your eggs are in one basket. And it's like, then what?
And I tell you what.
You have to date.
Don't put all your eggs. But one bad, these is good fucking eggs.
But I'd be nervous.
These are organic,
I just
grass-fed, free-range eggs.
I just want to be so in love with one person and give all of my energy.
You can, but in the meantime,
I'm not good at multitasking.
That's a fucking lie.
When it comes to love,
well, you're right.
I'm like, it's too scary. That's why I just feel like, could people potentially just try to treat people a bit better when they're going out? Just instead of hitting 6 people, hit 3.
I think that is a doable number. So you're listening to yourself, right? All right. As long as we're understanding
I'm
that.
gonna hit 2.
All right. Okay, that's good. We'll take 2. We'll take 2.
Exactly. What do we think for next season? What should we, because now we have to start planning more strategically. So what do we think we should be thinking about to kind of plot out guest-wise? I feel like
maybe more topic-based conversation.
I feel like it's so hard because even though it's not a guided conversation, we get the right callers, the right voicemails, everybody's kind of flowing. I feel like we need to really think about, like, I feel like if you just have people calling about the same thing, it's kind of the same advice. Or the same perspective.
I get that, but I think that if there's a baseline, you let the conversation take you where it's going to go. It doesn't have to be, like, we don't have to prompt the conversation with whatever that topic is, but like having something to go off of and then building.
And it's so interesting to me, like life similarities. Like, I just feel like there's just things people want to talk about. Dating. I definitely do not think we have enough male perspective on here.
I agree.
So that's something we have to fix ASAP. We got to bring some guys on here.
I agree.
Get some male perspective.
We don't get a ton of male call-ins, but I do think that will.
I think it would help a lot of the people that are frozen.
I
feel
give
like
perspective to the ladies.
I feel like people don't want to talk about money, but
hate talking about money.
But people should talk about money.
No, for sure. Absolutely, but I feel the people who don't like talking about it.
Well, then they're broke.
Call it what you want, sis, but I don't like talking about money.
He's gonna say, baby, I'm not broke.
I mean, it goes without being said, you know.
It's giving Richie Rich.
We gonna just.
And then I feel like sex is an interesting topic, but is a little sticky for me.
Yeah, because keep it together. It ain't nothing but a little sex talk now. God damn.
What was that man's name?
I don't even remember. It was. I don't remember.
What was it?
Kenneth. No, we don't. I'm sorry, Kenneth. We sorry. We are so sorry. Call us back.
Kenneth.
So we can give you better perspective.
Kenneth, let's take a caller.
Because you caught us off guard.
Let's take a caller.
Hello, what's your name? Where you from? And what's your crazy?
So my name is Des. I'm from New York. And my crazy is that I done told everybody about this goddamn show.
We
And
love
now
that.
I
Thank
can't even
you.
call y'all and tell y'all about my goddamn business.
I love it, Des.
What's going
And now I
on?
can't even, and now I can't even call y'all and tell y'all the real shit that I needed to talk to y'all about.
Tell us.
Well, you were
It's
supposed to,
giving
first of all,
y'all.
you were supposed to call and give us an alias and say that. You weren't supposed to give us your real name.
No, my voice. No, everybody know my voice. That's the problem. I was like, maybe I can do one of the little voice things and change my voice. It worked.
You gotta talk with your nose plugged. Just start talking with your nose plugged.
I love
I
it.
know. I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Like, I done told everybody I know, I'm like, y'all don't listen to that. Y'all gotta watch it. Y'all gotta listen to it. These is like my sisters. Like, y'all gotta. And now look.
And we're
Almost
officially
mind you,
back,
the
and
whole
you're
time
on
y'all was
here.
on break.
Yes, we were on break. We were
The
getting
whole time
our lives together. It was very hectic here. We did a lot. We did a
the
lot
whole
in 5
time I was
months.
writing down. Listen, I know y'all was talking about having people guests on, but don't do too many guests.
That's how we feel. We feel like not too
Don't do
many
too many
guests.
guests.
Not too many. Not too many. But we
Not
do
too
think
many
we need
guests,
some
because
male perspective.
definitely some male perspective, I guess, here and there.
I guess.
Yes.
But here and there, so some male perspective is good. But I think that the show is like really good. I think that the callers know exactly. We know what we wanting to talk about.
True.
That's true.
That's true.
You did well. You didn't give us your crazy.
When y'all had
Besides
y'all
you telling
pajama party,
everybody,
it was cool.
yeah, the pajama party was fun. We needed the young girls.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
gave us. They're a lot more playful. Yes. So
Yes.
it's a different
Yeah,
vibe.
I love the fact. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I love this for y'all. Every time I see one of y'all posts, I be all up under the post. All up under it.
I love
Every time,
it.
Thanks,
all
Dad.
up, all up under it. All
We
up under it.
we
I really just
appreciate
wanted
it
to say
so
that. I really
much.
love it.
Well, we looking
I love
to step our
seeing it
game up.
grow.
So make
For
sure you
sure.
get the everybody gang together.
Yeah. And next time, call us back and give us an alias and plug your nose so you can give us some of your crazy.
I was about to say next time I'm gonna make sure I have the recorder or the nose stopper so I could tell y'all the real shit.
Please,
Yeah,
we look
please.
forward to it. Thanks, Des. Thank you.
Thanks, Dad.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
y'all.
Bye.
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 The people was missing us. We was
Everybody
gone too long.
gang.
I think the
Everybody
people will want to
gang.
hear from us every week, but we can't get our lives together.
We can get our lives together.
You think so?
I think so.
Oh, everybody's crazy.
Everybody
crazy.
is crazy. How many times a day do you really think you say that?
I would say 30. How about you?
I don't know. Maybe like a good 10, 15 times.
Yeah, I definitely say it 30. Then I kind of do a spin on it. Like, these motherfuckers are crazy. Like,
remix it a little bit.
It's definitely intense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm pretty consistent in that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like that is how I feel about a lot of things, though.
Like, that is crazy.
That is just, I just think we live in crazy times.
Yeah.
There's just like a lot of uncharted waters, a lot of things that we are not sure about, a lot of things that feel unsure.
I think too, and you and I share this and just being curious about a lot of things that when you start to dig into, you be like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
You're like,
The
yeah,
thought
I'm cool.
process, the people, the why,
Yeah.
all the things behind it.
Yeah.
And I just think we live in a world where everything is just grasping at your fingertips. It could be what the president's doing, what's happening in court, somebody's getting arrested, like all the bad, all the good, all the salacious, all the, restraining orders, and this is happening, and who's sleeping with who got a baby with, it's just so much information.
I think I understand that, but something that I do, I don't feed into it, and I know like it's very blanketed to say that, but like even the things that I consume are things that genuinely I'm interested in, make me happy to see, and make me laugh. That's why I prefer, and I know that, it's controversial, but I prefer TikTok. TikTok is curated for exactly what I want to see. I don't gotta see no bullshit. I don't gotta know none of what you talking about. I literally see the things that make me happy, that I'm interested in, and that make me laugh. That's why I prefer to err on the side of that as you talk about like content that you're taking in and what's being put out
I
into
don't
the
even
world.
be asking to see it. They hear me on the phone and then it be in your recommended stuff. And I'd be like, interested. No, I'm not interested.
You might be, but do you follow the prompt and be like, quit showing me this shit? Because
yes, I do.
Be like, not interested in 2 seconds.
I follow the prompt, but it's just so frustrating. Let's take a caller.
Hi, what's your name? Where you from? And what's your crazy?
So I'm Joy. I'm living in Jacksonville. I'm from Virginia. So that's why you hear the Southern in me. No, Florida is not the South.
Time out. Did you leave us a voicemail?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You cut off.
You cut off. I'm so happy you called back. So what happened?
Yes,
did he come?
I was going on a tangent and then it cut me off.
Did he come? Did y'all go to the movies?
So we're supposed to have a virtual date tonight, right? At 9:30. He called me at 7:00 saying, actually, I had family drama happen. So we might have to delay our virtual date. And I went, oh.
Wait, from the date tonight?
Right, okay, so it gets worse.
Oh,
yes.
What else?
We're supposed to have like a virtual date tonight because he lives in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So he called me. So he graduated with his associates on Saturday. And apparently his mom waited to tell him all the family drama until after he graduated. So that way he could enjoy his graduation. I went, okay, that sounds fantastic. My mom, but never. Anyway. My mom let me know the family drama that was happening as like the second I crossed the station. I was like, okay, we couldn't have waited, but got it. Anyway, so he called me and told me, yeah, no, I really like you. Yeah, no, I really like you. Yada, 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 yada. And I was like, okay, you're on your last legs. I'm fully planning to block you tonight. He's like, no, I really like you. You think I would be talking about you to all my friends like I do? I'm like, okay, you can say all of that. And that means nothing. He's like, no, when I went out with my friends last night, when I got a little drunk, I wanted to call you, but they all told me I shouldn't call you because I was drunk. And I went, you should have called me. What? And so, right. So basically, everyone in my life has told me to block this man. Everyone in my life has told me to block this man. But then when I'm telling him this, right, he goes, yeah, no, just give me like, I'm really trying my best. And now that my schedule's free, I'm like, okay, here's what's really going to make me not block you right now. If you get on the phone with my best friend right now and talk to her about why you like me. He goes, what? I said, you heard me. So then I call my best friend and I have her talk to him. And he said, oh, yeah, I like you, yada, 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 this. And then she's like, okay, you know you're on your last straw. Like, she cooked him. She went, every time you say this is going to happen, but it might not, no means actually no. Mm-hmm. I'm like, ooh, you really cooked him with that one. So, but honestly, I've never had a man agree to talk to my best friend. Because my best friend, like, that's my girl.
Well, this is April. I think you're accepting the bare minimum and no thanks. And I don't think you have to block him. I think you just need to be like, this doesn't work for me. Whenever you're ready to show up in full effect and life calms down, I'll be here and keep it moving. Like, there's no need to block it, but I don't think you should be giving somebody your time. I don't give a shit if somebody talk to Savannah and do whatever. Like, I think it's how people decide to show up. And from the weeks that we plotted in this conversation that you've been talking to him, has been almost 3 months from my calculations. So I'm just like, for what? Like, just be like, say to him, when you're ready to come visit or you're ready to connect, just hit me and we'll make plans. Until then, there's no need to be talking every day. Nobody needs no virtual date. I know what you look like. We're trying to figure out if it's going somewhere. And honestly, if you don't have the time in this space right now, that is actually okay. Make the time in this space for your life when you can prioritize, you know, being a little bit more consistent.
Literally what I told him, and he told me no.
No, you're not accepting no, but no, you don't have to pick up the phone, and you could be like, as soon as you get it together, like, cool, no problem. But I think you're giving him space, and then you putting him on the phone with your best friend. Like, you're too fucking grown for all that. I don't need to speak to my best friend. This ain't working for me. when you're ready to get it together, if you really are interested, you will show up here, we'll go on a date, and we'll keep it moving. Like, the coldest guy will call you and be like, I'm in your city. I'll be here. Let's have a call. Let's have a coffee tomorrow morning before you hit the office. Like, no one has time for all these games. Life is too short. Find somebody else to be playing with. So get back on Hinge where you found them and keep it moving. Goodbye to him. And it's not goodbye forever. It's just he doesn't have the space and the time, and you keep making excuses for him. So either
I
you
keep making a lot of concessions.
Right. And if you're okay with it, that's also okay. I don't care. If you're okay with it, then that's fine. But you can't be okay with it and then complain. Like, and I don't think at this big of an age, people blocking people is just a way for you not to contact them. Like, you know, I think that there's a nice way to have an adult conversation and say, like, if you're ready to show up in the right kind of way, like, this is what you can do. Like, I don't think you have to block somebody. I blocked somebody once in my life and I hated it, and I ended up unblocking them because I felt like it was a very immature way out of handling something. So I just feel like at this, you know, at your age, you should be able to have an articulate conversation, and he should respect boundaries and understand that y'all been dealing with each other for 3 months and you've never met him in person. And I get y'all live in a separate state, but it seems like both of you have decided to make a conscious effort to meet up. And it doesn't seem like cost is the issue. It seems like time and commitment and consistency, which are all 3 things that a relationship needs. So if he can't give it now, he ain't giving it in a year from now, especially when he lives in another city.
That's really fair, and I'm really glad I called.
Yeah. And I think you deserve better. Goodbye and good night. Get your ass back on Hinge and keep it moving. Tell him, see you later, Gator. Anything to add, Savannah James?
Amen, sister. You did that.
We happy you called back.
You talk about your friend, 80 bucks.
Baby, it ain't even nothing to eat up. I say, honey, don't put him on the phone with me. There's nothing to chit chat about.
Oh yeah, no, she really cooked him, and I was like, I'm glad I called you and nobody else. Like, he was looking like, okay, everything you're like, you sound sweet and all, but nothing you're saying is matching what you're doing. And I'm like, that's what I said.
Right, but you are okay with it, so you need to go figure out why you're okay with it. So work on that by yourself.
Oh yeah, I have anxious attachment issues.
Okay, so leave him alone and goodbye to him. Exactly. Stay solid and keep it moving, and don't be letting nobody think that they're gonna be hopping in, hopping out, going here. Right. Nobody want no motherfucking virtual date, nigga. Are you crazy? You can virtually talk on my TV. Goodbye. Thank you for calling us back. We so happy.
Thank you for calling us.
Thank you.
Okay. All
Have
right.
a good
Bye.
one. Bye. Hi, what's your name? Where you from? And what's your crazy?
My name is Destiny. I'm from South Carolina.
Hey,
And
Destiny.
my crazy is, hi, I'm so happy to talk to y'all.
Yay.
My crazy is I literally, every year, I feel like for my whole life, I've been waiting the last minute to plan my birthday. And I'm doing it again this year. It feels like self-sabotage. It's literally May 13th. My birthday is June 24th. And I literally changed my birthday like 3 different times. So spiraling a little bit, but I want to break that cycle. So it's very, very lame a little bit, but that's my crazy.
Well, how old are you turning?
27, big and grown, still doing this.
That's still
Girl,
cute. Please.
very cute. 20 anything is giving.
20 anything is fabulous.
Fun. Yeah. So I have to say, Destiny, that I do the same thing.
Yeah, but it don't be a month in advance. She be 3 days in advance.
Right. But I think so. I took this medicine journey with mushrooms, and something that I realized about myself as it pertains to that is that sometimes I have a hard time celebrating myself and like being celebrated. So that's just kind of something that came from that. And I was just like, damn, like, you might be right. Like, I don't know if I like the attention and like all of the things, and just, you know, the day being about me, I would rather celebrate somebody else. But I don't know, maybe.
I did not know you got that from that.
Oh yeah, that's what. Victoria ate me up with
That
that
is
one.
so
She like, yeah, you don't like being celebrated.
Oh, that is very interesting.
Wow. I can identify with that. I try to sneak off and do things by myself on my birthday. I would never do a birthday
Hey.
dinner. I just think that's so cringy. So I actually really I really identify with that. I need to like closer examine that or reflect on that.
Yeah, just maybe think about it. It's something that I learned about myself, and I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing either. Like, I came in this world by myself, baby. I don't mind being by myself on my birthday. But I do think that there is something to accepting being celebrated and feeling the love and feeling like the celebration of, of your life.
Yes, wow. I'm gonna like I said, I want to reflect closer in on that because I never did make that like I didn't have that revelation, but it definitely rings true. And I have to learn how to like accept being celebrated. Sometimes it can be very embarrassing for me, or I try to like I do like this. I have like a reaction that's even cringy, like, oh my God, like, why is this happening to me? Like somebody is torturing me.
Like,
so
okay, guys, stop
thank you for
singing.
that.
All right, bye. Stop.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Right. I feel seen.
Totally get
I
it. Totally
definitely
get it. But you should feel like you want to be celebrated. I had to do all the things like I deserve this, I am worthy of this, all of those self-affirmations. But it's tough, but we can do it. We can do it. I'm still actively working on this, so we can do it.
Yes, I believe it. That actually inspires me to like, explore this journey and be more intentional this year because of that. So thank you so much.
Yes, enjoy, celebrate.
Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good one.
You didn't know that about me?
No, I did not. I didn't know you got that. I mean, I have a little weird thing about celebration as well. But
girl, good night and goodbye, says the person who will give you a full gift registry. Are you serious right now? What are we talking about? Goodbye.
I just don't like shitty gifts, but I have an issue with the celebration part. There's a difference.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
You don't be listening to my registry at all.
0%. Don't even send it to me. I get what I want to get.
It's very devastating. And you don't even like to get anything. So she be like,
that part. So, but I've been killing it. Okay, my gifts have been the best ones for the last 3 years running or so. Okay, all right. So don't play with her.
Oh, well, this is episode
6,
season 4. We're taking it out.
Signing out for now.
We are so excited for what's to come.
Everybody's crazy. Dear media, we out here.
April and Savannah,
figuring it out for the people.
Everybody's gang.
Everybody gang.
We're a little lost, a little happy.
Little all the things.
Little all the emotions. A little cuckoo.
It's okay.
A little funny.
Keeps it fun.
A little. Kenneth, call us back.
Kenneth, I don't think he was Kenneth for real. But if you call us back, give us the details. We promise we'll help.
I'm gonna be more buttoned up moving forward.
She stressed me out. See y'all later.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.